Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So here we go again. Paul Pierce got fired from Fox. First he got fired from ESPN, He went live with some chicks, he was having a good time. The man enjoying himself, and he got fired because, he said he violated some moral clause in his contract. So he got fired for that, for having a good time, basically, when he was on ESPN. Truth be told, I felt like they wanted to fire him anyway, and that was the perfect opportunity. Somebody want to get rid of you, but they want you to crash out. So I felt like that was a situation when he was at ESPN. They wanted to get rid of him, and he finally did something where they could be like, aha, and they fired him. Now the man got hired by Fox. He joined Skip Bayless on Undisputed. Been doing his thing. Now he got fired. He got fired for dropping the N-bomb. And when you're a brother, you got that in you. Sometimes you're going to slip up. You got to really train yourself mentally to not drop the ninja word because, at some point in time, it's going to come out. But at the same time, Pierce been saying a lot of things about LeBron and, just being a little bit too truthful. And honestly, I feel like they probably just fired him because he's like, you know what? It's the same situation like what happened at ESPN. They probably said, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to get him out of here because Pierce is a bit too truthful. And, on these networks, when it comes to all these sports shows, they don't want you to be real. They want you to be about 30, 70, 40, 60, in that range. You can't be 100 proof. You can't be. That's too lethal. That's too real. So you got to kind of water down who you are, dance around certain subjects, kind of alter your personality, your character a little bit or a lot to fit with what they're trying to do. But if you're too real and, when you have debates, you're going too deep, you're entering uncharted territories, eventually they'll get tired of you and they'll get rid of you. So it's coming out that Paul Pierce, he got fired from Undisputed. All the debates they be having, he be keeping it a bit too real when it comes to LeBron. Not saying he shouldn't, but, like I said, how these sports shows are, But this is crazy, man. Like, the man is a walking crash dummy. This is crazy. Everywhere he goes, he gets fired. The man got X'd on ESPN network. Now he got X'd on Fox. At this point in time, just do your own YouTube thing. You're a well-known figure. You don't need anybody. In this day and age, you don't really need anybody. Just set up your own thing and do your own thing. You can speak how you feel freely. You have no shackles on your feet, no chains around your ankles. You could say what you want because, when you join these big networks, you're basically a puppet. You are a walking puppet. You can't say what you want. You can't be yourself. You always feel like somebody's on your neck. So I don't understand why a lot of these, great players are sports figures, well-known sports figures. They go to these big networks in this day and time when you could just start your own thing. Look at Shannon Sharp. Look at Marcellus Wiley. Look at JJ Redick. I could go on and on. If you play the game or you played sports, you know what you're talking about, and you already have a fan base from playing sports. So it's not like it's a hard task, like somebody who's coming in unknown, just a regular person. You got to build up an audience. That's not the case when you're already a prominent figure. You just go on in and do your thing, and it'll work out. Plus, you're bringing your fans with you. Whoever followed you when you was on the court or when you was playing sports, more than likely they're going to follow you when you do your podcast or whatever you're doing. So you don't really need anyone. You don't need all these big networks. You don't got to be kissing ass, sucking on PPs. You don't got to do none of that. Because when you go to these networks, that's what you got to do. You got to follow a script. You got to do what they want you to do. And at any given time, if you slip up or they feel like they're tired of you or your service is no longer needed, they could X you, get rid of you. And they always find some lame excuse. They'll find the smallest things, anything they could find as an excuse to get rid of you. So I don't know why these dudes keep going to these big networks. I get it, they're nationalized. So yes, you're going to get a lot of eyes on you. And I get all that. And the pay's not too bad. I get it. But you could build your own network because you already have a name. You're a prominent figure, a well-known figure in the sports community and just in the world. You played basketball. So it's better to just go out and do your own thing, man. And this guy just can't seem to keep a job on any of these networks. Like, he can't seem to keep a job. Every time, I feel like 2 times the charm, man. You went to ESPN, you got sniped. You went to Fox, you got sniped. At this point, I'm like, the hell with all this, man. I'm going to go do my own thing. The man is a millionaire. It's not like he's pressed for cash. Go get you a setup, rent a studio or something, or make your own studio in your house. You don't even need a studio. Just get find a room in your house, set it up real nice, and go do your thing. And stop messing with these networks, man, and have them firing you, having you look crazy. Cause this is crazy, man. Again? Like, this man can't catch a break. This man can't seem to catch a break. I guess he lived up to his nickname, the truth. Because when he's on the show, he do be speaking the truth most of the times. And like I said, these networks, they don't like that. They don't want you to be 100 proof like Henny. That's too strong, man. You got to be about 30-70, 40-60. It's unfortunate, but this is the game you're in when you join these networks. You got to follow a script. You got to be a puppet. You got to dumb down yourself. If you're an intelligent brother or whatever, or sister or whatever, you got to kind of dumb down yourself a little bit, dial it back a bit and just go along with the script. And if you're somebody who's, in your soul, you're a real person and, you want to be yourself and you're not trying to be controlled or manipulated, you got to just do your own thing, man. And at this point in time, I can't see Paul Pierce joining any other network. I mean, is there any other networks to join? I mean, those are the 2 biggest ones, Fox and ESPN. And the man got fired on both networks. Like, you can't make this shit up. This is crazy. I mean, the man said, look at this nigga Key. Like, you can't say that. Yo, Paul Pierce, his name is the truth, man. The man is the truth. Like, you can't say that, man, on TV. You can't say some shit like that. The man said, look at this nigga Key. What the hell? I don't know what side of the bed he woke up on. He must have drank something. Man, this is crazy. Like, you can't say something like that. For real? Yo, Pierce too real Paul Pierce seems to be too real for these networks, man. Fortunately, the man has a name, he has a following. Go do your own thing. That's the best option, man. Do your own thing. You're free. If you want to curse, you could curse. Do you? You know what I mean? Because you're on these networks, you just can't be yourself. You always feel like there's shackles on your feet and you can't be who you truly want to be. And that's a problem. That is a problem, at least to me. Like, I can't compromise my integrity, who I want to be, what I want to say for any network. I don't care if they're talking about millions of dollars, man. I am who I am, and I can't compromise that. And Paul Pierce seems like he one of them, one of the real ones, and you can't be on these networks and you're a real dude, man. Because you have to compromise, you have to sell out, you have to switch your tone. That's just what it is. This shit crazy. Yo, man, listen, man. Paul Pierce, listen, man. This dude is a fool, man. So Pierce is always into something, man. Like, there's always something with Paul Pierce, man. We had the women's situation, the little scandal. He didn't do nothing wrong. The man was just partying, went live showing women, naked or half naked or whatever. And the networks, they don't like that because, they have a standard and, they have an image to uphold. All these sports network and these large networks, they got an image to uphold. So you can't be, you got to keep a squeaky clean image. You got to be a monk. If you're a female, you got to be a nun. That's just what it is, man. But this dude is a fool, man. Like, best wishes to Paul Pierce, man. At the end of the day, he'll be all right. The man's a millionaire, He's not pressed for cash. He'll be all right. Like I said, just start his own network, go fire up your own YouTube thing, do your own thing. Just leave these large networks alone, man, because the man is a ninja at heart, And you can't maneuver how you want to maneuver. So, but this shit's crazy, man. This dude always getting fired, man. This shit's crazy. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I think y'all get the point, But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.